All right, everybody. Good afternoon. This is Jared Adams with Friedrich's product management team. I also have my peer, Mr. Chris McGee, on the line as well in the background. Want to say thank you for taking time out of your busy day today while we're all on home quarantine to attend another Friedrich webinar training session. Today's topic is single packaged vertical heat pumps, or VPAC. Just as a reminder, this webinar is being recorded, just so everybody knows. Followed by this webinar is a repeat training session of our 42820 Vertipack webinar. It will be identical material. So if you attended the 428 session, you can decide if you want to hang out today and have a refresher course. If you would like, you're more than welcome to attend today. I also would like to point out that all microphones will be muted from us during the presentation. However, we will allow some time at the end of the webinar for some Q&A. There are multiple ways to submit Q&A. One is by hovering your cursor over the screen. When your Teams menu pops up, select on the chat feature, and then you can enter a chat question for our moderator in the chat dialog, or at the end of the session, you can unmute your line and simply ask a question for the webinar training. So without further ado, let's jump into Vertipack from Friedrich. First question, what is a Vertipack? Commonly known as a vertical package product. We also hear it referred to as a vertical PTAC and also a VTAC. In reality, by AHRI standards, a VPAC or Vertipack is an SPVU. An SPVU is a single packaged vertical unit. By definition, Vertipack is a ducted and closet-mounted HVAC package system. Friedrich pioneered the SPVU category and today demonstrates consistent innovation and technological leadership in the category. Vertipack eliminates the need for multiple through-the-wall units. The Vertipack unit is installed out of sight so that guests enjoy a more attractive and home-like appearance. Vertipack is a quiet, energy-efficient option for suites, extended stay properties, assisted living, student housing, and the Vertipack heat pump is available in capacities ranging from 9,300 BTUs to 2,500 nominal BTUs. Vertipack provides simply a better solution. From an aesthetic standpoint on the indoors, the unit is installed out of sight. Guests will enjoy only seeing a wall thermostat, and the Vertipack eliminates the need for multiple through-the-wall indoor units. On the outdoor side of things, this is a packaged unit which eliminates the clutter of outdoor condensing units on the roof or on the ground. Also, Vertipack is available with a sleek architectural grille that's available in custom colors to match your building's exterior. Friedrich has spent countless time engineering our unit for quieter performance. Our Friedrich's floating air chassis design, excuse me, that's a mouthful, and superior insulation help to eliminate vibration noise. Our chassis slides into the wall plenum, and a gasket firmly seals the chassis to the patented telescoping plenum. This eliminates vibration noises that are transmitted into rooms, typically through a metal-on-metal design. Extra thick, vibration-absorbing rubber grommets are mounted on the durable base for even more structural and acoustical integrity. And you see in the image in the lower right, the unit matched up with our patented plenum, wall plenum. Let's cover some of the advantages of a Vertipack unit and installation. For starters, it's a better heating and cooling option inside and out. Vertipack eliminates the clutter of outdoor condensing units and eliminates the need for vandalism barriers. It is a completely self-contained unit. There are no refrigeration lines running from floor to floor or ground to floor. And it's a fast, easy replacement, keeping spaces livable and occupied in the lodging environment. Vertipack improves guest comfort. It is individually controlled or individual zones. Vertipack models include backup auxiliary heat. You can duct the air specifically where it's needed. It's not just on the outside wall, such as with a packaged terminal air conditioner. And Friedrich has two-speed fan with constant fan options included on our controls with the RT7, RT7P, and WRT2 thermostats. We're going to talk about those as we progress in the webinar. Vertipack is a better choice than whole building installed solutions. It's a lower installation cost up front. Vertipack can allow independent metering with no need to prorate for multiple tenant applications. It's user controlled with individual temperature set points. One unit can heat and others can cool, which is the difference between, say, Vertipack and ductless or a PTAC. Vertipack or a PTAC or ductless installation. A lot less risk with a whole building system. Spaces may become inhabitable until the system is repaired or replaced. Not so with a Vertipack. Simply the individual room would be down. And Vertipack can be easily accessed for maintenance and or replacement. From a warranty and support standpoint, our Vertipack unit features industry-leading warranty as a 1-year full warranty on parts and labor, as well as a 5-year limited parts warranty. If support is needed, Friedrich does have a nationwide service network, as well as a U.S.-based San Antonio, Texas Friedrich expert technical team that will ensure you get fast, knowledgeable technical troubleshooting and or service assistance. Let's talk about market framing. Where is a Vertipack typically installed? It is predominantly in lodging and hospitality. We typically do not play in economy or mid-scale type lodging brands. Those would be like a Super 8 and a Red Roof Inn. We do, however, see Vertipack installed in upper mid-scale, upscale, as well as upper upscale type brands. Vertipack's typically associated with rooms for Hyatt, Marriott, Hilton, Renaissance, as well as we're seeing a migration of upper mid-scale, Fairfield Inn, Drury Inn, Hampton Inn, now starting to look at Vertipack for the aesthetic differentiation that it can offer their properties. We're also seeing exceptional market growth within student housing, assisted living, and multi-family housing as well. Vertipack in student housing provides the ideal solution for schools and private dormitories when used with Friedrich's energy management and occupancy-based thermostat solutions. In the assisted living category, when you combine Friedrich's energy management thermostat and our EMOCT control, wireless control, assisted living facilities can then better monitor the health of their tenants' VPAC unit from desk or remote management. In multifamily housing, you can pair the Vertipack with a 7-day programmable RT7P and help customers save money on their energy bills. If you're not familiar with our Vertipack nomenclature, you see it on the screen here. The nice part about our nomenclature is that every alphanumeric digit does contain a descriptor. We start with the first 3 digits being our VHA, which stands for vertical heat pump, followed by nominal capacity, 9, 12, 18, or 24,000 BTUs, followed by our voltage designator, K for 208, 230, R for 265, followed by our electric heater size being 25, 34, 50, 75, or 10, and you can see the supporting kilowatt that this would be designating, 2.5, 3.4, 5, 7.5 kilowatt, or 10 kilowatt. The 7.5 kilowatt and 10 kilowatt electric heat, auxiliary heat, are only available on our 2-ton K and R models. And then we close out the nomenclature with RT, which stands for standard remote operation, and P, which is an engineering designation. Taking a look at our product data, this is specifically out of our submittal sheets that are available on Friedrich.com. you can capture and sense the spectrum of capabilities for our VertiPack product line in the 9, 12, 18, and 24,000 nominal BTU capacities. Our EER is 11.0. Our COP is 3.3, which meet today's requirements designated by DOE and the federal government. Friedrich does have 8 models. However, within these 8 models that you see on the screen, there are 28 SKUs available. The SKU difference relates back to the auxiliary heater kit sizes as you specify those when ordering. Our VertiPack line is AHRI 390 certified, AHRI 390 certified, as well as carries ETL certification. There are several accessories available with our VertiPack product, including our louver options. Our VPAL2 is our standard louver, which is a clear anodized aluminum louver, and our VPSC2, which is our special color louver option. From a wall plenum standpoint, there are 2 options as well. Our VPA WP8 is our wall plenum for 5-inch to 8-inch exterior walls. Our VPA WP14 is our wall plenum for 8-inch to 14-inch exterior walls. From an access panel standpoint, these would be the indoor panels on the closet. We offer 2 as well. The VPRG4, which is a return air access panel with a left in swing, and our VPRG4R, which is our return air access panel with a right in swing. So right and left being the difference. The minimum free return area required in an access panel is important to note, where we require 250 square inches. An additional important accessory, particularly in our 18 and 24 models, is the required VPDP2, which is the primary drain kit for our large chassis model, and you see an image of that there on the left. I would also like to point out that we do make available a First Co adapter kit. That adapter kit is our VPA SA1, which is a transition kit for installing new VTAC or VPAC into a First Co sleeve and plenum. The compatible models for the VPA S1 includes our VHA 09 as well as our VHA 12 models. The first kit adapter is not available for 18 and 24. There are many options for controls and connectivity. As I mentioned earlier, that includes our RT7, which is our standard wire thermostat. This is for a cost-conscious consumer and is compatible with all VPAC models. Moving up into our portfolio of controls is the RT7P, also a standard 7-wire thermostat and cost-conscious alternative. It includes 7-day programmable for scheduling programmability. It is compatible with all VPAC and PTAG models. Continuing to move up the chain, we offer our WRT2. This is also a standard 7-wire thermostat. Looks vaguely familiar from the RT7P, as you can see in the photos. However, the WRT2 includes wireless connectivity to the unit. The WRT2 is a solid option for new construction and or replacement markets where wiring can be or is a concern. The WRT2 is also compatible with all VPAC models. Finally, we move into our energy management controls with our EMWRT2 and our EMRT2 thermostats. Our EMRT2 is a standard 7-wire thermostat. It is available with wired or wireless connectivity to the unit and is a solid option for new construction or replacement where wiring is a concern. When pairing the EMRT2 and the EMWRT2 with our EMOCT, this provides full HVAC energy management solutions. This control is also compatible with all VPAC models. Let's talk some of the key features of our VertiPack line. First and foremost, reliable and durability. Our PSC motor is a permanently lubricated motor for low maintenance and maximum efficiency. Our engineered drain pan will not rust, eliminating the risk of unsightly rust stains from condensation on the building's exterior. Our unit is constructed from painted 18-gauge galvanized steel, providing additional cabinet resistance to corrosion. We include a standard safety power disconnect. Our electrical control panel on the unit is available for easy diagnostic as well as servicing. And every single unit is 100% run tested prior to shipment from our Monterey manufacturing facility. Our units also include diamond blue corrosion protection. This offers protection on our outdoor coil against deterioration and extends the life of the unit, especially in harsh coastal environments. Moving on to the ease of installation. Our unit can be installed from any interior side, front, right, or left. It is ductable to multiple rooms, and it's compact and lightweight, weighing as little as 114 pounds, which aids in installation and service. Our unit is pre-wired, pre-charged, and piped. Our units are ready to install with only electrical hookups needed. Ducting is simple with a 10-inch crimped and beaded duct collar ready to attach to the flex duct on the top of our units at installation. We offer patented telescoping wall plumbums that adjust to fit varying exterior wall thicknesses, making installation simplistic. Our primary condensate removal system is provided through 3/4-inch pipe fittings for more placement options. We feature a secondary overflow from our primary drain, and our units are, most importantly, central desk control ready. Our units do require 24-volt remote wireless or wired thermostats and are ready for as such. From a controls standpoint, we are energy management ready. We are and have energy management thermostats and controls available. We feature both wired and wireless thermostats. We have integrated motion and thermal occupancy sensors. Our controls feature auto changeover with 5 distinct energy presets, and our comprehensive control line is all remote management capable. In terms of transparency, I do want to spend a minute to talk about our industry and the brands that are in it. You see on screen, the Vertipack or SPVU market is dominated by 6 key players. There's not a lot of difference, as the red circles indicate, in EER and COP, with most of the market being very near industry minimums as set by the federal government. That is 11 EER and 3.3 COP. However, one key differentiator is that only a handful of the brands are AHR certified. That includes Friedrich, Magic Pack, Amana, and GE. It's important to note that Island Air as well as First Co. are not AHRI certified products. Some additional installation considerations that I would like to share. All units will need to be installed with floor height between the finished floor of the platform 3/4 of an inch below the base of the rough exterior opening. Retrofitting of an existing large chassis installation will also require 3/4 of an inch increase in platform height. The new drain kit that's required for the VHA 18 and VHA 24, as previously covered, is the VPDP2, which replaces our previous portfolio VPDP1 requirement. The VPDP2 is slightly shorter than the VPDP1 and installs on the right side of the plenum instead of the left. A key difference between our N series and our P series 18 and 24s. Other considerations that you should make when installing or considering a Vertipack product. Care should be given when framing out the wall adapter before installation. A proper seal around the exterior rough opening is a must. All units will need a platform or a finished floor that is 3/4 inches from the base of the exterior rough opening. Take care when allowing the use of non-standard louvers. The maximum combined pressure drop for the units is 0.12 inches water column. Anything more risks cutting off on high head pressure. Closet clearance is important for both installation and ease of serviceability. 3 inches is highly recommended on all sides and is required, but 4 to 6 inches should be recommended for the side being plumbed. I'll say that again a little bit clearer. We highly recommend 3 inches on all sides, but 4 to 6 inches should be recommended for the side being plumbed. The 4 to 6 inch additional clearance allows for ease of service and maintenance, especially cleaning out any plumbing should you have any future issues. Any measures that help with sound attenuation should be considered. Install orientation, access panel location, and closet construction are all things that can make or break a quiet room. Please take note of both the sensible and latent requirements for each unique application. Oversizing in a humid environment or undersizing in a hot and dry environment can certainly lead to a non-ideal room condition. Most of the VTAC units work best in conditions where the overall ESP is 0.3 inch column or below. Anything greater risks freezing the evaporator coil when cooling or tripping resistance heat limits when in heating mode. The resistance heat on a 208-230 model is rated at 230 volts. If the actual supply voltage is 208, the heater will derate. Make sure you account for this during the selection process. If you need more information about Friedrich's Vertipack product, I would encourage you to visit friedrich.com, selecting the Professional tab along the menu on our website, and then selecting Vertipack when the pop-up menu appears on your screen. I would also ask that you take a little bit of time on social media to not forget Friedrich. Today we are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as well as have a YouTube presence that we would encourage you to like, share, and subscribe. Today, we would also like some feedback on this training session. We would welcome your survey feedback at our SurveyMonkey review. We will apply this link in the chat feature of the Teams chat box on the right side of your screen. With that, I wanted to say thanks for attending today's webinar regarding our VPAC portfolio overview. And at this time, I would encourage you to enter questions in the chat box or simply hover your cursor over the menu screen and unmute your mic if you have a question. Mr. McGee, are there any questions in the chat feature?
Looks like we just got one. Would it be possible to get a copy of this recording and others from the series?
Absolutely. We are recording this webinar. We have them posted for future use. It looks like we are going to post them on our YouTube channel, on our private YouTube channel, and then we will send out links to participants in order to capture the recording. We will also make this deck available for download as well. Good question. Thank you.
All right, we got another question from Kevin. Any advantages you can offer against Magic Pack?
Loaded question, Kevin. Thank you. We stayed pretty generic in our competitive comparison in the webinar. There are some pretty key differences. I don't think that this webinar will allow me to back up to that part of the presentation. I'm going to try. Let me see here. I'm sharing. I don't know if you're going to see it or not. Doesn't look like it. I think we're fixated. But when you compare Friedrich, EER, and COP, as mentioned earlier on the previous slide, very similar in terms of overall efficiency. Magic Pack does offer a 9, 12, 18, 24, 30, and 36, which we do not have. We max at a nominal capacity of 024, so they do offer two additional units. It's my understanding that Magic Pack is now also AHR certified, so we don't get a big uh, added advantage there either. Magic Pack offers straight cooling and gas heat pump models also. And we are actively looking at how they are achieving the minimum DOE requirements for straight cool. As we developed our system, we found that heat pumps were a lot more reliable. So not indicating that there'll be a full challenge to Magic Pack's current portfolio, but it's certainly something that we are looking at. I think there are a handful of other key differentiators between Friedrich and Magic Pack. I apologize that we didn't have them in the webinar today, but we are working on a more detailed competitive comparison that we will be sharing as it relates to Friedrich versus Island Air, Magic Pack, First Co, and GE, to name a few. So that is forthcoming.
Okay, I have another question about adding outside air to the return airstream.
Can you add outside air into the return airstream? I do not have Bascom Cotner on here today. We do not have, I'm trying to think. I see, John, that popped up. I'm going to have to get you a really clear answer on that. I can't answer that at the moment. I don't believe we have current capabilities or are designed for the increased static, but I want to make sure, and we'll get you an answer.
I would mention that we do have the vent, or we do have that little fresh air door on the Vertipacks, which you can open at the front of them. I'm not sure the amount of CFM that it allows in, but it will allow some outdoor unconditioned air.
Yeah, into the unit itself. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We have another question here from Mike Engel. How low does the heat pump heat to before switching to electric heat? It's roughly about, I want to say it's we're looking around 42 degrees, 45 degrees.
Yeah, 42. I couldn't remember off the top of my head. I was just looking at our product data sheet to try to find the answer to that question. I believe it's 42 degrees. That is available in our product data sheets, which you can find on Friedrich.com. And I apologize, I don't have it in front of me right at this very moment. And our product manager is out today, so he is not on this call.
Yeah, it would also depend on the coil temperature too. So if for any reason that outdoor coil is starting to frost up, it may switch over sooner. But in most cases, it's roughly right around 42 degrees.
Hey, John, I wanted to just mention, now that I have the product data sheet open in front of me, I appreciate the question on the return air, the vent CFM through the damper that Chris mentioned on our 9s, 12s, 18s, and 24s is 60 CFM. So 60 CFM of fresh air return capabilities in the portfolio.
All right, and there are no more questions in the chat.
All right, guys, I wanted to say again, thanks for your time and attention. We appreciate you attending the Friedrich training webinar today. Any of the outstanding questions that were asked in our chat or anything that gets emailed in, we'll make sure that we get you a very direct answer. Appreciate your time and attention. Thanks for attending, and we appreciate your business. Thank you and have a good day.